Hi, this is Cheryl. I'm gonna do a reading. I cleaned my space, I vacuumed and everything. It's important to keep your space clean and clutter free. It really helps and take care of yourself. I'm gonna do some decks that I haven't done in a while. The Beautiful Creatures Tarot deck and the Atlantis cards, and I cleanse my decks and I put a rose quartz on them. And let's see, I think first I'll do the Atlantis deck. It's really important to take care of yourself and do a lot of self-care and keep your space clean, and it just makes you feel better. And do the things that you like to do. And I was listening to music too. I love Sirius XM Turbo. Gets me going. I have the app on my phone. Okay, got a lot of cards. We got the Sphinx, Healing, Clairvoyance, Balance, and Excellence. And these cards are printed, the meanings on the back of them. So, within the temple of Poseidon, a gigantic statue of a sphinx guarded the eastern gate. This generic animal represented purity and contained the records for all the universes, which could only be accessed by the high priest and priestesses. The current sphinx in Egypt is its earthly equivalent, and we can re-energize its power by living in love, harmony, and cooperation. Keep secrets. Your guidance is to maintain silence until it is appropriate for you to divulge information. The Sphinx may indicate that you must keep your own or other people's secrets to prove that others can trust you, or it may suggest that it is time for you to look within to access your wisdom, then share it appropriately. Keep your own counsel and the secrets of others. And that is important. Number 36, Healing. In Golden Atlantis, people were natural healers, but those who were specifically gifted were trained to become clear channels for divine energy. They worked in the healing temples. In the early days, the healer priests only needed to balance the chakras, but later, as karma started to accrue, people needed more help to stay healthy. Sound, color, geometric shapes, herbs, and crystals were used to facilitate healing. Laser light passed through crystals was used for psychic surgery. Be a healer. This card reminds you that there are people who need your help, so it is time to develop, hone, or practice your healing abilities. It also suggests that you may need a boost of spiritual, Reiki, or emotional healing to raise your light levels. I would like to learn Reiki. I have a book about Reiki, and I haven't read it yet. There's so much to learn. Clairvoyance. All the Atlanteans of the Golden Age were clairvoyant, for their third eyes were fully open. They could see the invisible realms, the angels, spirit guides, unicorns, and nature spirits, and they communicated with animals and plants. Because they could see auras and their intuition was finely honed, they were aware of the feelings and energies of everyone around them. This awareness promoted compassion and caring. Also, because nothing could be hidden, everyone was open, truthful, and honest. Psychic gifts. There are many ways of seeing with your inner vision. You may physically see pictures on your inner screen, or you may sense or you may know it's time to develop your third eye and trust your intuition. Trust your inner vision and knowing. Balance. In the golden days of Atlantis, people never gave without receiving or received without giving. This meant that no karma accrued and the balance sheets of life were kept clear. Everything was fair, so the citizens enjoyed a sense of justice and well-being. In the Helicon days, the healer priests were able to keep the inhabitants in optimism, health, and vitality simply by aligning people's chakras. Keep your life in balance. Your guidance is to find equilibrium in every area of your life. Make sure you give and receive equally and keep your work and play in balance. To keep your chakras in balance, breathe deeply into any part of your body that feels tense or low in energy. Balance every area of your life. Balance is important. Excellence. In the Golden Atlantis, inter-community games were frequently organized. People competed for sheer joy and because they enjoyed the challenge. The aim of competition was to develop excellence, never for ego gratification, so losers were gracious and sportsmanlike. Even bridle-free, riderless horses raced for the exhilaration and pleasure of it. These were the forerunners of the Olympic Games, and they drew communities together to socialize, participate, and celebrate. Do your best. If you choose this card, you may be presented with a challenge or responsibility. Accept it and do it graciously to the very best of your ability. It does not matter whether you fail or succeed. Your guidance is to participate with all your heart and soul in whatever life presents to you. Aim to do your best. And that is the Atlantis cards. And now I'm going to do the Beautiful Creatures Tarot. I haven't used this deck in a long time. And I like it because it has shiny purple on the edges. And purple is my favorite color. This deck's a little harder to shuffle. I know everybody shuffles in their own way. I have my own way of shuffling. I was never very good at shuffling cards, but I have my own way. The purple is wearing off a little bit, but it's okay. My stomach's growling. I'm a little hungry, but I want to do this first. Three of Cups, One of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Celebration, One of Pentacles, Abundance, Nine of Pentacles, Rewards, Four of Cups, anyway. And this is a reading for the collective, so. Some of these messages may resonate with you and some may not, and that's okay. And this deck, I think, yeah, it has the meanings for reversals, so I'm going to read them how they come out. I have a lot of tarot decks, and there's more I want, but eventually I'll get some more. Right now I'm just working with what I have. I don't know if there's any more cards that want to come out. Yep. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. Practice. Okay. I guess that's good for now. I like to read from the book. Okay, 3 of Cups. Everybody has their own way of doing things, and this is my way. Okay, 3 of Cups. Did you know that having friends is the best thing that can happen to you and me? Why? Because you can celebrate with them. Keyword, celebration. A beautiful Greek goddess by the name of Circe, the goddess of magic, and her 2 swine companions rejoice in the fact that they are friends. They have cups from which to drink together. They tell funny jokes and recall when and where they first met. They dance to music and laugh in good company. The flowers around them bring them closer together. They celebrate in the heavens, where their friendship has no ending and where there is nothing but honesty. Since they know what they feel for one another, they don't care about each other's differences. Their friendship is based on blood pact, making them inseparable. And this card is upright. In a reading, this card represents the closeness between friends. When possible, you celebrate all sorts of events and special occasions with treasured companions to the maximum. You're surrounded by people who give you joy and with whom you feel comfortable. Life is a celebration. You love to entertain, and you will inspire friendships with everyone you encounter. Unhappy and depressing situations are now becoming a thing of the past. Okay, 1 of Pentacles. And these cards have really cool pictures on them too. I don't know if you can see it. Take this. This is fortune that Mother Earth gave to me to give to you. This will replenish your physical state. Keyword, abundance. And this came up right. A little angel has descended from the heavens and acquired several precious emerald jewels that have been given to her by Mother Earth. The emerald stone that she holds in her hand glows with an immense energy that radiates persistence and endurance. She knows that these jewels will serve as a cure for physical ailments, which is why she's searching and collecting as many as possible. After she collects these emeralds, she will gather them all and share them with creatures of the earth who are in need of physical health. She will take the remaining stones up into the heavens to distribute and share with all the heavenly creatures. And this card came up right. This card represents the initiation of physical healing or profoundness of prosperity. Make the time and effort to replenish your physical state, which will help your body develop vitality, strength, and endurance. In a matter of time, your energy will manifest and expand anything you want to do. On a side note, you may want to be practical and down to earth in order to achieve respect. And that's so true. And I don't edit my videos. This is me. And 9 of Pentacles rewards that came in the reverse. Believe me, it was difficult to achieve so much and be rewarded for my effort, but it was all worth it, and I'd do it again. A calm butterfly fairy sits in the backyard where everything looks natural. She is beholding the fruits of her labor via her hard work. It took some time and effort to acquire these delicious and fresh fruits, and there were times she thought she would never acquire them. For so many weeks, she took care of all the earthly living plants in the most tender way. As a compensation for her hard work, Mother Nature granted her a peach to smooth any hardships that she might endure, a peach to secure her fulfilled relationships, and a plum to protect her against any physical ailments. They are now available for her to enjoy, and this came in the reverse. This card implies unsatisfactory achievements that feel empty and worthless. You don't have anyone to share your accomplishments with. You envisioned everything correctly but failed to manifest it. You are not finding easy routes to get what you want. 4 of Cups. And this came in the reverse. Everything around me is very dull and useless. I'm honestly unsatisfied with everything and everyone. I'll wait till something catches my attention. A young, aloof, and tiny butterfly fairy sits inside the bushes with an immobile look on her face. She is thinking of absolutely nothing because she has lost all interest in everything that once made her happy or excited. To her, nothing has value or worth her investment of time. The 3 blue butterflies that spin around her do the best to cheer her up. They try really hard to restore her interest in things, but to no avail. The butterfly fairy has made up her mind, and there's nothing that's going to change her or her thinking. This card was in the reverse, and this means you're regaining your interest. You're feeling enthusiastic as you become acquainted with people, and your need for knowledge or taking someone's assistance will help you in the long run. And 8 of Pentacles. Did you know that mastership cannot be obtained overnight? It must start from the bottom. It must blossom from within you. Keyword is practice. A young astronomer and apprentice is doing her best in formulating and constructing a new galaxy and planets, one where humanity can live happily and healthy. She sees that our galaxy now has become corrupt, and she fears that every species, including mankind, will perish. Gathering everything her professors have taught her and all the hands-on skills that she acquired in grade school, she applies it to her new task. She knows that this will be a prolonged mission, one that will take time to perfect. But for now, she stands in an isolated realm where she'll apply everything she knows until it meets her expectations. And this came in the reverse. This implies underestimating your potential to become great at something. You've lost hope and ambition to improve your prospective skills. Contemplation and self-pity will not help you to use the skills that you possess. Okay, and that's the reading. And it's very important to do the things that light you up and to take care of yourself and still take care of others, but you got to take care of yourself too. And boundaries are very important. Very important. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, this won't shut off. Okay, well, I'll do another deck. The Osho Zen Tarot. Usually if it doesn't shut off, that I think that means that we need more. Not quite done. I haven't used this deck in a while either. And I use Palo Santo to cleanse my decks. I need a new lighter. Spirit, what does the collective need to know today? And I use a selenite moon to cleanse the decks, and I put the rose quartz on it too. Consciousness. Transformation. Oh, we got a lot of cards. Harmony, breakthrough, postponement, and rightness. That is enough cards because that's a lot. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do rightness first because that came up first. When the fruit is ripe, it drops from the tree by itself. One moment it hangs by a thread from the branches of a tree, bursting with juice. The next moment it falls, not because it has been forced to fall or has made the effort to jump, but because the tree has recognized its ripeness and simply let it go. When this card appears, it indicates you are ready to share your inner riches, your juice. All you need to do is relax right where you are and be willing for it to happen. This sharing of yourself, this expression of your creativity, can come in many ways. In your work, your relationships, your everyday life experiences, no special preparation or effort on your part is required. It is simply the right time. Only if your meditation has brought you a light that shines in every night will even death not be death to you, but a door to the divine. With the light in your heart, death itself is transformed into a door, and you enter into the universal spirit. You become one with the ocean, and unless you know the oceanic experience, you have lived in vain. Now is always the time, and the fruit is always ripe. You need to gather courage to enter into your inner forest. The fruit is always ripe, and the time is always the right time. There is no such thing as the wrong time. Okay, next is consciousness. Most of the cards in the suit of the mind are either cartoon-like or troubled because the influence of the mind in our lives is generally either ridiculous or oppressive. But this card of consciousness shows the vast Buddha figure. He is so expansive that he has gone even beyond the stars and above his head in pure emptiness. He represents the consciousness that is available to all who become a master of the mind and can use it as the servant as it is meant to be. When you choose this card, it means that there is a crystal clarity available right now. Detached, rooted in the deep stillness that lies at the core of your being, there is no desire to understand from the perspective of the mind. The understanding you have now is existential, whole, in harmony with the pulse of life itself. Accept this great gift and share it. We come from the unknown, and we go on moving into the unknown. We will come again. We have been here thousands of times, and we will be here thousands of times. Our essential being is immortal, but our embodiment is mortal. Our frame in which we are, our houses, the body, the mind, they are made of material things. They will get tired, they will get old, they will die, but your consciousness, for which Bodhidharma uses the word no mind. Quantum Buddha has also used the word no mind. Is something beyond body and mind, something beyond everything. That no mind is eternal. It comes into expression and goes again into the unknown. This movement from the unknown to the known, and from the known to the unknown, continues for eternity, unless somebody becomes enlightened. Then his last life, then this flower will not come back again. This flower has become aware of itself, need not come back to life, because life is nothing but a school in which to learn. He has learned the lesson. He is now beyond delusions. He will move from the known from the first time, not into the unknown, but into the unknowable. Okay, postponement. The woman in this picture is living in a gray landscape full of unreal, cut-out clouds. Through the window frame, she can see colors, light, and aliveness, and although she would like to move through the frame, as we can only see by the rainbow colors appearing in her garment, she can't quite manage to do it. There is still too much what-if activity in her mind. Tomorrow never comes, they say, but no matter how often it is said, it seems that most of us tend to forget the truth of it. In fact, the one and only result of postponing things is a dull and depressing feeling of incompletion and stuckness. Today, the relief and expansiveness you will feel once you put aside all dithering thoughts that are preventing you from acting now will make you wonder why you ever waited so long. Postponement is simply stupid. Tomorrow you will also have to decide, so why not today? And do you think that tomorrow you will be wiser than today? Do you think that tomorrow you will be livelier than today? Do you think that tomorrow you will be younger than today, fresher than today? Tomorrow you will be older. Your courage will be less. Tomorrow you will be more experienced. Your cunningness will be more. Tomorrow death will come closer. You will start wavering and being more afraid. Never postpone for the tomorrow. And who knows, tomorrow may come and it may not come. If you decide, you have to decide right now. Dr. Vogel, the dentist, finished his examination on a pretty young patient. "Miss Baseman," he said, "I'm afraid I'm going to have to pull out your wisdom teeth." "Oh my," exclaimed the girl, "I'd rather have a baby." "Well," said Dr. Vogel, "could you make up your mind so that I can adjust the chair?" "Make up your mind. Don't go on postponing indefinitely." Sorry, it's sometimes hard to find things in this book, but I'll find them. That's true. You should not postpone things. If you want to do something, do it. Why wait for tomorrow when you can do it today? Transformation. The central figure in this card sits atop the vast flower of the void and holds the symbols of transformation. The sword that cuts through the illusion, the snake that rejuvenates itself by shedding its skin, the broken chain of limitations, and the yin-yang of symbol of transcending duality. One of its hands rests on its lap, open and receptive. The other reaches down to touch the mouth of a sleeping face, symbolizing the silence that comes when we are at rest. This is a time for deep let go. Allow any pain, sorrow, or difficulty just to be there, accepting its facility. It is very much like the experience of Gautam Buddha, when after years of seeking, he finally gave up, knowing there was nothing more he could do. That very night, he became enlightened. Transformation comes like death in its own time, and like death, it takes you from one dimension into another. A master in Zen is not simply a teacher. In all the religions, there are only teachers. They teach you about subjects which you don't know, and they ask you to believe, because there is no way to bring these experiences into objective reality. Neither has a teacher known them, he has believed them. He transfers his belief to somebody else. Zen is not a believer's world. It is not for the faithful ones. It is for those daring souls who can drop all belief, unbelief, doubt, reason, mind, and simply enter into their pure existence without boundaries. But it brings a tremendous transformation. Hence, let me say that while others are involved in philosophies, Zen is involved in metamorphosis, in a transformation. It is authentic alchemy. It changes you from base metal into gold. But its language has to be understood, not with your reasoning and intellectual mind, but with your loving heart. Or even just listening, not bothering whether it's true or not. And a moment comes suddenly when you see it, which has been eluding you your whole life. Suddenly, what Gautam Buddha called 84,000 doors open. Breakthrough. The predominance of red in this card indicates at a glance that its subject its energy, power, and strength. The brilliant glow emanates from the solar plexus, the center of power in the figure, and the posture is one of exuberance and determination. All of us occasionally reach a point when enough is enough. At such times it seems we must do something, anything, even if it later turns out to be a mistake, to throw off the burdens and restrictions that are limiting us. If we don't, they threaten to suffocate and cripple our very life energy itself. If you are now feeling that is enough, allow yourself to take the risk of shattering old patterns and limitations that have kept your energy from flowing. In doing so, you will be amazed at the vitality and empowerment this breakthrough can bring to your life. To transform breakdowns into breakthroughs is the whole function of a master. The psychotherapist simply patches you up. That is his function. He is not there to transform you. You need a metaphysicology, the psychology of the Buddhas. It is the greatest adventure in life to go through a breakdown consciously. It is the greatest risk because there is no guarantee that the breakdown will become a breakthrough. It does become, but these things cannot be guaranteed. Your chaos is very ancient. For many, many lives, you have been in chaos. It's thick and dense. It's almost universe in itself. So when you enter into it with your small capacity, of course there is danger. But without facing this danger, nobody has ever become integrated. Nobody has ever become an individual, indivisible. Zen or meditation is a method which will help you go through the chaos, through dark night of the soul, balanced, disciplined, alert. The dawn is not far away, but before you can reach the dawn, the dark night has to be passed through. And as the dawn becomes closer, the night will become darker. And meditation is very important. I used to meditate a lot, like every day. Like, it's nice to go outside when it's nice outside and sit by a tree and meditate. That's the best. But you can even, like, when you go to sleep, listen to a meditation. And there's all different ways. You can meditate anytime. Eyes open, eyes closed. There's live meditations and YouTube. I have Moonly on my phone, and I listen to that sometimes. And you can just meditate without anything. Okay, harmony. Okay, I must have missed that one. Okay, I gotta find it. Okay, I found the page. Okay, harmony. The experience of resting in the heart in meditation is not something that can be grasped or forced. It comes naturally as we grow more and more in tune with the rhythms of our own inner silences. The figure on this card reflects the sweetness and delicacy of this experience. The dolphins that emerge from the heart and make an arc towards the third eye reflect the playfulness and intelligence that comes when we are able to connect with the heart and move into the world from there. Let yourself be softer and more receptive now, because an inexpressible joy is waiting for you just around the corner. Nobody else can point it out to you. And when you find it, you won't be able to find the words to express it to others. But it's there, deep within your heart, ripe and ready to be discovered. Listen to your heart. Move according to your heart. Whatever the stake. A condition of complete simplicity, costing not less than everything. To be simple is arduous, because to be simple costs everything that you have. You have to lose all to become simple. That's why people have chosen to be complex and they have forgotten how to be simple. But only a simple heart throbs with God, hand in hand. Only a simple heart sings with God in deep harmony. To reach to that point, you will have to find your heart, your own throb, your own beat. And that is good for now. And it's probably going to take a little while to upload this video because I don't have Wi-Fi. So, okay. Thank you.